Hello everybody, Ubra here with another video for today. If you know me, you know me. If you don't, hello, I'm Ubra. I do all kinds of content. I tend to play all kinds of games. I've been recently given a bunch of games that I've been mailer. Shooty Shooty Robot Invasion is one of them. I played it on absolutely freaking. It's a very story-rich game with shooting, so, and the art style really speaks to me. I don't know why. Maybe because it's just so like quirky, I guess. I love that the characters are in a 2D, but the game is in a 3D space, so they don't really have like much depth to them, like picture-wise. But I find it kind of funny, and actually I really enjoy it like that. So I ended up getting the game from Keymailer. I ended up finding out that it is a one-person dev team. So to see that the game has this much story, this much care and love into the game is absolutely amazing. I definitely suggest going and getting it. It is only $10 on Steam, so definitely check it out. Again, the story in it is quite funny. It has quite a bit of vulgar language, which I'm not quite used to myself, but it was definitely a fun game. I am only on, I guess, what we would call Act 2 or Level 2 of the game. I believe there are 6 currently. I finished the first one on stream the other night, and because of how much I ended up actually enjoying the game, I decided that I would go ahead and start doing my reviews again for Keymailer games. So this is the first one again of me redoing this. I had a little bit of a difficulty shooting at these flying ones. The flying ones are the only ones that I seem to have the difficulty with, but I think that's just because of the skill issue. But the game, I don't wanna ruin too much of it. Again, very story rich, something that people should definitely go and check out for yourselves. It's definitely got a unique storyline. So I wanted to kind of give this kind of a rating, kind of like my own rating on it, like a 1 out of 10 type of deal. I really enjoyed the game. Like I said, I played it for a few hours on stream. Unfortunately, I am quite filled up with a bunch of games on my queue to play, but I definitely plan on streaming this again. Definitely wanting to continue to play it. It's been on my mind for the last 2 days, so that is something. The game's shooting mechanics at first were a little weird to me. The art style kind of threw me off. When I first started playing the game, it felt like it was not necessarily cluttered, but I feel that it makes the game a little bit more difficult with the way that the characters, the NPCs are placed around the world. What I mean by that is and as you continue watching this, you'll kind of see that the characters actually kind of get in the way. So it's kind of like the NPCs are an obstacle that you have to work around, and I really like that because it brings a little bit more immersion, I guess, to the world. Again, I was not really expecting that when I first saw the game, but like right off the rip when I started streaming this, that was one of the first things that ended up happening to me. Is I ended up walking through an NPC, and all I'm thinking is like maybe the NPC will like turn invisible, or maybe I'll like I'll bump into them or something. Nope, nope. You walk right through them, and they will obscure your vision. And I kind of find that that really cool. So far, I've unlocked a few different types of weapons, and they don't seem to disappoint. The very first one you start off with is a revolver, and it like shoots fairly slowly, but you get that upgraded very quickly. The jumping mechanics and stuff are pretty cool. We don't really touch on it in this video, but definitely in level 1 you definitely touch on the jumping mechanics, and I think that it really spoke to me for some reason. Like, it felt weird, but it felt good at the same time. I guess I don't really know how to explain it too much. So I really enjoyed this. It's something I really like, and I'm going to show it off here, is the trash cans. So I'm going to give a little bit of the lore. So your gun has robot killing bullets. So they can only kill robots, and yet we can still kill the trash cans. Don't know if that's supposed to mean anything or not, but yeah, I keep mentioning it just because I don't know why I like shooting the trash cans, but I like shooting the trash. Oh, there we go. There's a little bit of the jump. I found that the running around and stuff is pretty cool. Like, I like the whole fist thing. Like, you're just gonna hit somebody with your fist by running around. I like that there is. So in this casino specifically, there's a lot of extra mechanics to the game that you don't see in the other portions of it. One, it switches out your gun right away, which I wasn't super happy about because I like the autos. I like being able to miss things and not have to worry about it. And then again, so everyone in this casino gets a revolver. That's the whole spew of it right there. But it actually really plays into something, and it really messes with me in this. And you'll see once we start fighting, because these robots just tend to spawn a bunch of enemies, which is super duper fun. But so I'm looking for the enemies, and all I'm seeing is all these NPCs shooting. So I started shooting at the NPCs, being like, well, what the heck? Why are they shooting? Where's the? Oh, there they are. It was. It really threw me off, but it made me smile at the same time, because the world kind of interacts with you, and it's not just simply the enemies that play, that fight you kind of thing. Again, just seeing that. Oh yeah, and I found this. We're gonna gamble. We're winners. So when I was going close to that statue and it kind of followed me around, it just reminds me about how much I liked the way that the art works in this. And here's one of the you're gonna see one of the mechanics here that I was kind of enjoyed. In the aspect of, it was unusual, but unusual to the point where it actually felt fun. So the game's main premise is to, take your gun, shoot the enemies, right? So this being a story rich, these little interactions were really cool. So you have to interact with this, and it's not just simply shooting the enemies. Now you have a little bit of a cutscene that you have to interact with. I don't know why I liked it so much. I don't know why I still like it so much, but I really did. I found this casino, so I haven't gone into any of the other like major casinos yet, or like really gotten past this casino. But this casino by itself was very like showing off a bunch of new things, and it felt really cool. I've already defeated one of the boss from the first level, and I really have to say that the amount of enemies is pretty cool. But not only that, but the fact that these enemies are different. There's so many different variations of them. There's so many different things that they do. The bosses as well, like even if it's like just a mini boss or whatever, they're unique. They have really cool special feeling to them. I just for some reason I absolutely loved that. We're gonna see here soon another one of the little bits of aspect, the little bit of change that they did. Compared to the just sitting there shooting at the enemies. Again, it's another little blip of content that makes the, I guess it's more of a play with a cutscene, although it's really not. Like you'll see here in a minute when we start writing the bull, but the game just has so many different things in it that really make it unique. The amount of things that they added into this really made it feel like it's more than just a shooter game. I had to, so this is our bull friend. I started off with kind of testing the waters with it because I wasn't quite sure what it really meant and what it really wanted from me. So it told me to use the arrow keys. I've been using WASD, so I was kind of like, okay, well maybe I can just use WASD. I'm like, oh wait, nope, I can't. So it took me a moment here to switch up the way my hands and everything were, so that I could actually get it done correctly this time. But yeah, so this turned it into kind of like a rhythm-based game. Again, you know, the whole fact that the game goes from a shooter to having all these little like mini games and stuff really speaks to me. Oh, this time I hit it a little bit soon. I was thinking that if it was on the screen, it was ready to be used. Obviously not. Anyway, so all the little mini games while they're in the main portion of the main portion of the game, it really speaks to me. It really says to me that the person took a lot of extra time. They wanted to test out the waters on every little thing that they could, and it feels really good. Like every little minigame aspect I've come across so far, this just being one of them, they all feel good. They all feel polished. They all feel like they really are meant to be part of the game, which is really cool to me. Again, super story driven. I am not, and I've expressed this a few times on my stream, I'm not much of a story-driven player. I don't tend to play games for their stories, but the simple fact that I have been enjoying this story so much is just saying how good of a story it is. I can't express to go try this game out yourself. It's only $10, and then again, I really like this quick draw, this quick draw thing. It's just, I don't know. I think it's funny. Um, but yeah, I definitely suggest checking this game out. So going based on everything that I have seen so far from the game, I would definitely have to give this an 8 out of 10. The art style is like cutesy, but at the same time, kind of. I really don't know how to explain it. Like it feels serious, but not serious at the same time. The story is phenomenal so far, absolutely phenomenal. This is not really my favorite thing about the game, but I do know that a lot of people like vulgarity. Oh, and this I find this funny. I'm not skipping past what he's saying. Like, I'm actually trying to read it. It just starts like going super quickly, and you can't. It doesn't ask you to stop. Like, it's just going as super quickly. I find it funny that it's trying to explain a rule to you about this card game that you're about to play, and it doesn't let you read the rules. Anyway, so going back to my rating of the game, the story is really good. The thing that I'm not super fond of is the amount of profanity in it. Lots of cussing in it. Now, I haven't seen that too much in the second level yet. Like, I was really surprised to see that it wasn't super heavy in the second level so far. But the first level is definitely vulgar. But I found it funny. I wasn't again, I'm not much of a fan of that kind of stuff, but yeah. So with that being said, the combat feels really smooth. I like that the way that the characters, the NPCs, kind of mess with your character, especially when you're trying to run around and they're doing different things, this, that, and the other stuff. I like that the game doesn't just focus on just the shooting portion, but instead also focuses on, or not necessarily focuses, but has different elements in the game. And then we have our friend that just kind of goes by. Anyways. I also like, if you see the picture there, the picture shows that the guy has passed away. So this was a boss. I was kind of expecting it to be kind of like or I guess like a mini boss. I kind of expected it to be kind of like the mini bosses that I've already been a part of, but wasn't. It actually has the same thing that we've had for all of the other robots that were protecting the elevators. It's a quick draw. It was a quick draw battle. So, again, being surprised, this was another one. But yes, so sorry. I had to reiterate that this being a boss and everything, really cool. I've loved it. Sorry, I'm gonna ramble on about the game again. The game being an 8 out of 10 for me. Some of the things that I think that could improve on is some of the settings. I could not lower the volume setting in game. I had to actually go outside of my game and lower the PC's volume to the game, which I wasn't very happy about, but that may come with time. It's a setting, it may be something that they add later. The only other thing that I think I could say that wasn't super good for me is I feel like the game is a little easy Now, I'm not saying that it's like, oh my god, this is, you know, super easy, that like it's brain dead or anything else like that. And it's definitely not. As you can see here, like you know, I start having a little bit of issues, but a lot of the bosses, while they have their mechanics, they're fairly easy to dodge. I don't know if that's just me having played games like this before or something like that. But I feel like there could be maybe a difficulty setting. Could be something that they add down the road, health, something like that. There could be something that ends up giving it that oomph. Story-wise, again, I haven't played a game for story in a long time that grabbed me as much as this $10 game has. I mean, I've bought $60 games that have a ton of story, and I barely get past a half an hour of it. I played this for, you know, almost 3 hours on stream, and then well, right now about 20 minutes from this, and then I plan on possibly streaming it again. So definitely big game in my opinion to possibly pick up. Anyways, thank you everyone that came out to watch this. I hope to start doing more reviews based on games that I get for Keymailer. If you like this content, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Anyways, stubby stuff, thing of things, biggest thing of lovers, goodbye, and as always, guys and gals, may all of your hits be crits.